Good morning, everyone. It's 9:28 right now. Welcome back to CW Iowa Live. Lou here along with James Peterson as we welcome Mike Dabney from Mills Fleet Farm in the studio with us, talking about things that happen over at Mills Fleet Farm that you might not know about, including what you have in front of you right now. First of all, the store is doing phenomenal. We love your store.
Yes, very much so. And in fact, as we grow, we get the opportunity to bring in new merchandise. And here's an example of some things right now that we just started to get in, literally within the last couple of weeks, is Interstate batteries.
So you do have Interstate?
We do, yep. We just started to carry this line. It's obviously in the battery industry, it's a very large name nationally, very well recognized. It actually has, nationwide, you can get your warranty done pretty much anywhere when it comes to a battery. So
yeah, it's one of the most respected names in batteries in the United States.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. And the reason we're actually having this conversation now versus during the winter time is because people don't think about their batteries during the summertime. That's actually the time when they go bad the most. You just don't catch it until the winter time when it actually gets cold, and then your vehicle needs more power to get that
engine turning.
Yeah. So
what happens in the summertime to make these things go bad? They just boil, or?
Well, they do. Actually, what happens is all those gases and everything gets so hot that everything starts to expand. And when everything starts to expand, these lead plates that are in there, if they start to bend over, they touch each other. That's what you get when you call like a dead cell on a battery. Instead of it having 12 volts, maybe now it only has 10. And then all of a sudden your battery gets weaker. And when that happens, you don't really catch it until it gets really cold outside and your vehicle needs more power to get the thing cranking. And that's usually in the wintertime where you get stuck on the side of the road or wherever you might be. So,
Are there different parts of the country where batteries go bad quicker?
I would assume so. I mean, I don't have the information on that, but if it's hotter, a lot of times that can be a little bit more wear and tear on these type of products. But what I have here sitting in front of me is I have two different models. This is the standard thing you'd see in a lot of your vehicles nowadays. But what we do differently at Mills is we actually are going to offer you guys an extra year warranty for a free replacement than any other place you'd buy the battery at.
So say that again, because that is really important, because a lot of people, they have the warranties or the guarantees on different batteries that you buy, and as the time progresses, the value of that decreases.
Correct. So typically these batteries have a 30-month free replacement, but when you buy them from Mills and you have them installed by us, or you just buy them from us and take them with you, you get an extra 12 months. So they're looking at 3.5 years of free replacement warranty, which is huge.
Yeah, you don't hear about that. You might get half in some cases.
Yeah.
Or a fraction of that.
Yeah, and then at the same time, batteries typically only last like 6 to 8 years. So a little story I just had with my wife was that on her car, it's a 2010 Camry, and I just tested it before we went on a trip. I was like, well, it's getting kind of old, let's check it out, and it's been really hot lately. And the car wasn't showing any signs of having a bad battery in it, nothing like starting hard or anything like that, but just by testing it, we found out that it was, for sure, it was actually testing bad. The cold cranking power on it was only like 230, which is nothing, and the car actually takes 400 when it's cold outside to turn over. So put a new battery in it, and I'm set for the winter time.
Some problems then.
Well, especially for her, especially during the winter time. So.
Exactly. And in the summer, as you mentioned, because the batteries are going bad more often in the summertime.
Yeah.
Because what you explained.
So, and then this other one I have here to my left is actually a Optima battery. And you had asked earlier, hey, this looks kind of goofy with these weird cylinders, kind of look like almost like a six-pack to it.
And the big square plate on the bottom of it too.
Yeah. And what they do differently with this one, this one's an upgraded model versus the standard things we have here in our vehicles nowadays. But what this has is it actually has each individual cylinder has these lead plates that have been curled up. Instead of sitting up and down, they actually roll them. And then they put this material in between there. It's like an absorbed glass mat is what they call it. And it holds all the fluid inside each individual container. So if you had to count this, you see that there's 6 of them, and each container is about 2 volts in it. So that's how you get your 12 volts out of your battery.
It looks like a 6-pack of Tall Boys.
Yeah. And it's a very strong battery. It's very
Is it more durable?
Very durable. The cycle life on it, meaning if you turn your car on and off, it has like over 2 times the cycle life on it. In fact, my dad has one of these in his old pickup.
And they're great for vibration too.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vibration, minimalizing vibration effects on your vehicle.
Yeah. Cost difference between the two?
There's a little bit of a cost difference. I think these are normally right around $100. But something like this, you're looking at the upgraded model, especially if you're going to put it in your old pickup, or if you got
Big
a lot of sound
systems.
systems that have a lot of more current needing in it. This is more along the $200 line.
Good for a boat?
Very good for a boat, very good for anything. It takes a lot of a beating. I do carry these also in like in a marine style, which is going to be the ones that have the thicker lead plates in them. So if you're doing like any trolling or if you're doing anything with your boats and you're fishing, your running lights, we have them in different versions, as well as I have the Interstate, the normal ones, the 24s and the 27s as those group part numbers. Those will also have inside the store.
Now, if you're looking at the batteries side by side, I want to just point something out here real quick. You look at the side profile of these batteries. This one here, the one that has like the 6-pack, as you call it, James, looks a lot skinnier. But I'm going to go on this side of you here real quick.
Sure.
And we mentioned the plate on the bottom. In case you're wondering about this, see that plate on the bottom there? You got that, Scott? So it doesn't bounce around where your battery normally goes. So you could take this battery and replace the one, actually after cross-referencing with you guys,
Yep.
but it won't slide around in that space.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. So this will fit a couple different options there for you. Usually it'll tie down with the front part of this plate through here. It actually has a block that sits on top of it, and you can
Make it more secure.
Correct. Yeah. So it's there's different options for it. I actually have a couple different of the Optima ones on hand. There's a yellow top and a red top.
So what seems to be the more popular one? And you said the yellow top and the red top. Before we go, which one's more popular? What's the difference between the yellow top and the red top?
The yellow top is more of that deep cycle purpose. So if you did have something where you're going to have your radios or you have maybe TVs or something like that in your vehicle, maybe you have heated seats, something that's going to need, while the engine's off and it's not charging the system, you want something that's going to have a continuous draw. Those batteries can handle that, and they also have that cold cranking power. So it's kind of a dual purpose battery. This one is strictly for if you had a bigger motor, say if you have guys with older cars and they put those big blocks in them, stuff like that, and you wanted more power to turn the thing over, that'd be more like along the lines of this one here. So.
Okay, so which one is more popular now? You guys only had it for a couple of weeks. Which one seems to be going out the door more?
Well, with these just getting in and having the extra warranty on them that we are offering, as well as the brand recognition with Interstate, these are actually starting to do fabulous for us. So it's kind of early to tell, but these things have been moving pretty good for us.
There you go. So cars and trucks both?
Cars and trucks both. Yeah, that's usually for the Fords right there is that part number 65. So memorized.
You have it memorized or anything, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So people have any other questions? Where can they see you?
You can stop by Mills Fleet Farm, 73rd and 8th. 3875 Southeast Delaware
Avenue.
Yep.
Really quick, just south.
Can't miss it on the interstate.
Yeah, just look for the silo, just south of Carl Chevrolet.
Correct.
Easy to figure out where Carl Chevrolet is. Everybody knows where that is. But stop over there, and if nothing else, when you're over there getting a battery, if you have a hankering for candy, I don't know if anybody has more candy and nuts than you guys.
They are known,
seriously,
known for the candy.
Yeah, in the bag
and
form
the snacks.
too. Yeah.
And it's way fresh too.
Yeah, it
if you ever
is.
get anywhere else, this is so fresh.
Wonderful. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate
Thank
it
you.
so much.
It's good seeing you guys.
Folks, we will be right back, and when we come back, a little music, shall we? Oh, you are going to enjoy the High Kings. They are coming in next on CW Iowa Live.